Shannon Curtis, she makes her living doing house concert touring, and she doesn't put her music on Spotify for a year after she actually releases the album because she sells so many CDs, literally like still, because they're like looking for a souvenir and they still want the thing. And so what she does is like she makes six figures just doing house concerts every year, and her music, a lot of it isn't even on streaming services. And if you were to look up her digital presence, you'd be like, oh man, she must not have a career. She's not doing anything. It's like, well, on the flip side, she's actually doing better than a majority of the musicians out there. And it's like so interesting how, there are so many different ways that you can run that, and there aren't really that many standards.
Yeah, and I think but yet there are these bigger, like labels and different things that make you feel like, or if you go, oh, well, I'm successful if I'm on the radio. Okay, well, then I need to get on the radio. Like you start to not really know. I think I reached out to you when I read your book, maybe. But I remember like one thing where it was like, well, like figuring out what your actual goals are. How do you want it to fit into your life? Mm-hmm. And then deciding what like success means. Because like, if you think that it's this other like thing, you're just chasing, if you're letting other people decide what it means to be successful, then it's, I don't know if that's exactly, you said it better. Well, yeah, no. But like the idea that like the only way to be successful is like to be a big, huge rock star. And it's like, that might not even be like, well, there's fulfilling.
No one can define success for you.
Yeah.
And, success is extremely personal. And so there are people out there who will say, oh, well, you're not successful until you get 1 million streams on Spotify, or you're not successful until you get 10 million followers on Instagram or whatever. And it's kind of like, I know people with 10,000 followers on Instagram making really, really good livings doing music, and you would have no idea. And so it's like, but it's like, what is your definition of success? And that's really what it comes down to. And I think where a lot of people trip up themselves is they allow other people to define success for them. And so they're constantly chasing those things that actually aren't really meaningful to them personally, because everyone else told them that's what they're supposed to do.
And it also keeps changing, like what was special, getting a record deal maybe would seem like really important however many years ago, and now maybe, like you said, getting 1 million streams on Spotify feels, or maybe now that's not even a thing anymore. Like, what that marker is of being like, I won the part, or I'm good and established, that keeps changing. Yes. And so it's very frustrating if you're going to define it by these other things. Like, I almost think these new things that come out, like if a new, not Spotify, but the new whatever is next for music, it's like you have to go like, well, that's just a tool. Am I going to use it or not? Not so much like, is this, like, oh, that's the new thing. I have to chase it.